everyone, Tilden Brown here once again. Hope all is doing well. Today I'm going to talk about putting up a store-bought gazebo in the backyard. Nice relaxation area, shade, out of the sunlight, and all of that other pleasant stuff. And sometimes it seems difficult to put one together. Hope I make it easy for you. And in addition to that, there's some extras that I added to the gazebo as well. Some little fancy features you'll see at the end. Just some little uh, decorations. I put some solar powered lights on there. It all came out pretty well. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. This is my designated spot here for where I put the gazebo at. After I put it up, set all my chairs on there. It just arrived today, so I'm going to unbox it, lay everything out, and then we'll get busy with setting it up. Okay, I'm back. Took me about 10 minutes to unbox everything, so now I have everything all unboxed and laid out. So what I did was I laid everything out in order. Got all of the pieces here. They're marked by letters. All of this right here is labeled B. And these posts here, those are labeled A. And there's a total of 4 of those. And then there's some little end pieces labeled E. Also tools. The tools that I'm going to use is my handy screw gun, and I have a 4mm drill bit tip in there. I also have my ratchet with a 4mm hex bit in it and a 10mm wrench. So gonna get started with putting this all together, and I'm gonna lay it out all piece by piece, see how it goes. Okay, these are the 2 top pieces. I'm putting these together. There's a total of 8 of these, and they go together 2 at a time. Kind of difficult to do this and hold the camera in place at the same time, so off and on I'm going to be stopping the camera. Okay, so now got all 4 of these put together. Each one of these are going to go on all 4 posts, and they get bolted in to each corner. So away we get started. Also, this does not come with washers, so it'd be a good idea to pick you up some from your local hardware and put those in. This part right here drops down into that little slot right there. Then your bolt goes in place. I like to snug it up with the power drill, but tighten it by hand so as not to over tighten it. These little screws, they strip out very easy. And as you turn, you can see that it gets quite snug in there. Now we go over to the other side, same thing. Easier to lay it on the ground like this, and then at some point I will prop the sides up Okay, so now I have two sides put together. Here's that one. Then here's the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is stand one side up at a time and put one end at a time, and then put all of them together. It's also easier if you put them in like this. Now tighten it down by hand. Give it a few turns till it feels snug. And it's not going to feel too snug because this is some pretty thin metal here. It's not all that sturdy. So now what I'm going to do is stand it up to meet the other side. So now I have this up here. I'm going to put the remaining two bolts in. And again, it's also a good idea to put washers on here. Like I said, this is some pretty thin metal. Okay, I got all four corners up. So now, time to start putting the top part together. Also, just an added note on those bolts, it's always a good idea to screw those in a good portion by hand first. That way they won't strip on you. But in the event they do, you can drill a small hole and put two self-tapping screws in, such as what I did here. Now in these pieces here, there's a total of 4 of these, and they go in the middle, they get bolted in. So I'm going to bolt these in first, and then I'm going to put the top braces together on the ground and then put it together. So now these curved pieces go into the ones here, the longer ends, and then that's going to go for each corner. And then on each one of these, that's going to go to the middle portion where the little brackets go. And this part here is the final finish on the frame setup. And so now what's left is the top itself. Frame went together relatively easy, but there were a few parts that were missing some bolt holes. Okay, finally finished. Took me about an hour and a half, and it came out pretty good. There were a few issues I had, which was, in my view, manufacturer's defects. There was a couple of spots where there were no holes drilled, and it should have been, so I improvised. But as you can see, overall it came out okay. This is how it looks underneath. And I put some decorative solar lights up there. Nighttime, that ought to look pretty decent. And a little further bit back view, I do like the way that arch to it looks. Something different. That has its own little unique look. Well, hope you like it. If you do, hit that like button. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line.